Today at Live on Purpose TV, we're going to do a little experiment to see how to make ourselves happier quickly. Before we start this experiment, here's the context. Psychologically, there are processes going on in our mind all the time that are obvious but unnoticed. I love my job because I get to illuminate the obvious, which is cool because I get paid to tell people things that they already know. Check it out though. The obvious things that are completely unnoticed, like the fact that we're speaking English, for example. Did you notice? If you're a native English speaker, chances are you didn't notice that. If you're watching this and your native language is something other than English, you may have noticed, but for the most part, people don't even notice that. It's obvious, but unnoticed. Obvious once it's called to your attention. Or the feeling of your clothing. Can you feel them? Oh yeah, there they are. Yep, pretty obvious, but unnoticed until it's called to your attention. So that's what we're talking about. Processes that are going on in our mind that are completely obvious but unnoticed. And the one that I would like you to pay attention to first today is called metacognition. Metacognition is a big fancy psychological word. All it means is thinking about thinking. Thinking about thinking. This gets a little loopy, so stay with me. It's a process that we can all do. And I want you to notice that you're doing it right now. Thinking about your own thinking. Why? Because I called it to your attention and now you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm thinking. That's what I'm talking about. Thinking about your own thinking. This is important because metacognition creates a little space. And in that space is where choice exists. You've heard that happiness is a choice. That's actually true, but it's based on some obvious but unnoticed processes that are going on in our mind. So that sets us up for the experiment on how to become happier quickly. You can do it right now. Try this experiment. I want you to think for just a moment. Take on this thought, this belief. Here we go. Things are not the way they should be. This isn't how it's supposed to go for me. This is not right. This is not good. Things are not the way they should be. Take that on. Just try it on. Okay, how does that feel? Right? Kind of sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. Notice that. And just pause for a minute to check out how that feels. Okay. Now, I'm not going to leave you there. I hate that feeling. Let's try something else. Just wipe that away for a minute. Okay. Next part of the experiment. Try this thought on for a moment. Things are exactly as they should be. You know what? This is perfect for me. This is exactly the way things ought to be right now. Try it on. Even if it feels a little foreign to you, just play the game for a minute. Try it on. How does that feel? Different, right? Yeah. Notice that. Check it out. Both of those are beliefs. Things are not the way they should be. Things are exactly as they should be. Do you know? Do you know for sure which one is true? Like you've got, some cosmic connection to the grand scheme of all things. You know for sure that things are not the way they should be. No. You don't know for sure that that's true. Well, do you know for sure that things are the way they should be? No. Pick a position. You get to choose either one. Here's a little disclaimer though. One of those is not going to seem right to you. This is because whatever we have practiced seems right to us. It doesn't mean you're right. It just means that's what you're used to. Notice that you've got a choice. Pick one of those positions. And if one of them doesn't feel as natural to you, it might take a little practice. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Here's another version. Try this one too. I am so behind. I have so much to do. I'm so behind on everything. How does that feel? Versus, I'm right on schedule. I'm right on schedule. See, it's a different version of the same experience. Notice how each of those beliefs feels. And then ask the same question. Do I know? Do I know for sure that I'm off schedule? Do I know for sure that I'm on schedule? If I don't know for sure, pick a position that serves me well. Here's another one. Scarcity, abundance. There's not enough. There's not enough. I don't have enough time to get everything done. I don't have enough money for that. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Abundance. I've got plenty of time. I've got a lot of resources. There's an abundance. Pick one. Notice as we do this little experiment that you really don't know which one is true. There's always a choice between opposite beliefs. And since you don't know for sure, even though your destructive pride is going to kick in and you're going to think that you know, be humble enough to acknowledge you don't. You don't know for sure. Pick a position. This is the fastest way that I know to increase your happiness immediately, because it feels so much different to own one of those two beliefs. I am so glad that you're here. I hope you have found this video helpful, as well as the others here on the channel. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, would you please do that? And if you're catching this on LinkedIn, make sure that you follow us and share the episodes that mean the most to you. We're putting out some daily videos at Live on Purpose TV, so I'll see you tomorrow. Face locked onto the phone. And I wished I'd had a number.